Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Wait for me, please. Let me do the side, please.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, okay, you're gonna get a text message and email with the results.
Mm-hmm. Being a responsible business owner, you have to make sure you're healthy. So we're all about to get tested for COVID-19. It goes to the beautiful Bay Bridge.
There you go. Thank you. Have you gone okay, guys?
Thank you so much. Take care. Woo-wee. Man, that was wild.
Americans of color are being infected by and dying from COVID-19 at higher rates.
In the beginning of COVID, we lost a lot of people that we knew. A lot of my mom's church members passed away. And that's when it became very real for me. The longer we're in COVID, the more people are becoming a little bit more careless and more people around us are getting it. So it's actually even more dangerous right now than before. We're here at the Gourmet Kitchen. Tonight, I'm here by myself. We share our kitchen space, and as Corona started to get worse, I've decided to work at night, just to keep myself extra isolated. And then in the daytime, I'm shipping and delivering. Behind me is our lemon squeezing machine. The giant juicing machine, that was an easy decision to make because I was like killing myself. Washing everything, slicing everything, squeezing everything by myself. There she is. She is a beauty. Up top, we have about 40 pounds of lemons. This lemon machine is something that I've been working hard for to obtain over the last 2 years. I invested in that during the middle of Corona because I knew I would have to let my team go. During that time, it was like the middle of the whole Black Lives Matter movement and people were being extra supportive. And so we had an influx of like orders. And so I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna continue doing this and still love it, I need to invest in a machine that's gonna help me if I'm here by myself. I believe we can do 40 pounds of lemons in about 5 minutes, whereas it normally takes me an hour and a half to do a whole box of lemons by myself. It's an expensive machine. This machine goes for about 10 grand. But as I thought about scaling and how to get through coronavirus and survive, it was a really great time to make that investment. I just got to the point where like my body was hurting. It saves my arms, saves my legs, it saves my back. I mean, you know, I'm not a spring chicken anymore.
All regions effective immediately are no longer in the stay-at-home order.
Tomorrow, businesses will be allowed to reopen in San Francisco. It's a good thing for everybody else. It's bad for us because our store is super exposed on the street.
Thank you guys so much, I appreciate it. Thank you, hope you love it. As you can see, we're right here in the wide open. While some people might think it's safe to be out here standing and selling lemonade, I beg to differ. We're looking for a space today. We've been exploring the idea of a brick and mortar retail space. If we were able to get a store where we can go indoors and operate, that would be ideal because we can open up, you know, as soon as possible and get back to business as usual.
Hey, Victor. I'm glad you came by.
We're here at 353 Grand in Oakland, checking out this space for a potential brick and mortar location for Gourmet.
Come on in.
Thank you. This would be a really great space. I think we put like this water bar right here, and we have like an open window situation, so people can have like an outside bar experience, like lemonade bar experience. And back here we'll have like all of the equipment and signage and stuff like that. I think it would be an amazing location if we're able to get it, so we'll see.
Today, I got some pretty bad news. We came across this potential location in Oakland, which is right by Lake Merritt. I've been scouting it for a while, maybe like a year and a half total. I've put together a complete business plan for it. It would be a game changer for us because it's a great location. From what I understand today, we're not gonna get the location because we were in competition with about 6 other businesses. It's pretty, I don't wanna say heartbreaking and I don't wanna say discouraging, but it's rough. I was super bummed out, honestly, but I have decided to accept the challenge of focusing on distribution and growing our online presence because sometimes it's more worthwhile to do the more challenging things. We're on our way to Rainbow Grocery Store. We avoided wholesale for a while because we're so small. To go wholesale, you have to sell at a low price, and we really can't afford to do it, but because of Corona, we had no choice. Here we are at Rainbow Grocery Store, aisle 7, lucky number 7. We have the ginger, lemonade, that's the Palmer. This is the first grocery store that Gourmet has gotten into. To get into the store was definitely an accomplishment. I went there and I dropped off samples and I spoke with multiple people.
And it wasn't until somebody that worked at Rainbow tried our product, loved it.
Rainbow Grocery like to support small vendors, locals.
Super thankful for the opportunity. Now we're on our way to the East Bay, to Oakland, to deliver to Good Eggs. Over there you have like all of the Good Eggs vehicles. Good Eggs was another challenge to get into, if you will. It's essentially like an online supermarket. We had to meet their criteria, and Good Eggs is very strict about the ingredients, where you source from, and so we had to reconsider everything that we were doing. And it's all good because it makes us a better product and a better brand overall. At Good Eggs, people are really loving the Gourmet Light, which is our sugar-free Gourmet. It feels more like this is the right thing to do, and I feel great about it, and I'm super thankful for the opportunity to even be able to explore these avenues. You know, it's just been a blessing in disguise.
So it begins the bottle crisis for Gourmet. Dun dun dun.
We just ran out of light bottles last week, and so they're sold out on our site right now.
For Good Eggs specifically, that light order has been doubling every week, and this week it tripled. And I don't think we have enough to meet the order. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It says that people have interest in that product.
We're applying for a loan. I hope we get it now so that we can get these bottles. We're going to look for other loan options. And worst case scenario, I'll try to just throw it on some credit cards. We'll see what happens. What has to happen, what happens. We're here in Oakland delivering to some Gourmet fans. We got a gallon of Jeff and Palmer here. The gallons, we make them just like we make everything else fresh. We have subscribers in Alaska that get gallons every other week. We freeze it and then we ship it. And so we ship all over the country because it is such a huge block of product. You get it cold, like without a question.
Oh my God!
Hey, what's cracking?
I've known Vicktor and Gourmet for a long time. I think back then, Vicktor was doing lemonade in his kitchen with a hand pressing the lemons one by one, and the product was really dope and really amazing. Thank you so much.
Shazam. Shazam is a word that was given to me in New York by my really close friends that I grew up with. Shazam. Shazam. Shazam.
Shazam.
And then everybody from then on just started calling me Shazam, and so much that they put it on my checks, my invoices, when they would send me checks. You say Shazam?
Yeah.
Shazam is a great word because you can use it in almost any instance. You know, whether you're upset, whether you're excited or sad, you can just say Shazam, and it just makes your whole mood brighten up. Shazam.
My business isn't where I necessarily want it to be, but it will be there. If you're in it just for the money, you will break quickly. If you're in it for the passion and you care about it, then nothing's gonna stop you from pursuing your dream. It's about leaving a legacy for my son's legacy. I am going through the pain of making a way brighter future for my family. And it starts with me, and I'm okay with taking on that pain and the struggle. So, Shazam.